It looks like you're surrounded by mist. The support chopper can't get close to your position right now.
Hurry! They are coming! We are their quarry.
And the chicken is here. I died a billion times. Well, not a billion, but close enough. And eventually I resorted to using the chicken hat. But sadly, I resorted to using the chicken hat when I'd actually figured out eventually what to do in this particular fight against the skulls after you get ambushed with Code Talker. Pretty much this is going to be just short commentary, considering that the boss fight isn't technically very long. But it makes me happy to say one thing though. There's going to actually be a lot of dialogue in this particular episode. Curing the disease, taking Code Talker back to Mother Base, and a lot of discussion. So generally this episode in terms of viewing I believe will be very good, though there won't be much commentary to talk about. When I was talking about the only advice I could potentially give in this particular episode, I don't know if the chicken hat affects this in any particular way, because I know that if you equip the chicken hat, you are not detected. You can just run in front of people and not get detected, because apparently the game assumes that you're struggling getting detected, hence why you're just invulnerable at that particular point. But as you can see, I feel like I'm still taking damage. There's still a chance of dying, so I don't think it's affecting me in that particular way. But anyway, back to the fight. I found that maneuvering around crates, none of the skulls, as far as I know, are able to shoot through walls, so definitely hiding behind crates is a good thing to do. Get a large hitting, hard hitting weapon, like for example the grenade launching hand cannon, one of my personal favorite handguns that I always unleash for every boss fight that I need, and an LMG for the one, if you ever get an opening chance to offload bullets. The LMG, definite favorite boss battle killer from Peace Walker. If anyone remembers the fight, how can I say this? If anyone remembers the fight to stop Peace Walker from launching the nuke from Central America, I believe it was mission 20 something, I don't remember, but Peace Walker was on a countdown timer and you had to stop it from launching a nuke. If anyone remembers that, LMG, lifesaver. But besides that, that was all to the fight. I did die quite a bunch, but that was before I realized that you can hide behind crates. If you can look around the surroundings, you can see that I don't know if it's an effect of the skulls or it's an effect of the suits that the skulls have, because Code Walker did talk about the metallic Archaea that Skullface wants to use to activate his nuclear weapons. Apparently this metallic Archaea is actually able to rust and effectively destroy most metallic objects, as you can see with the rusted tanks and planes. It's quite an interesting thing. Besides that, really, short episode, not much to say, but there will be quite a lot of dialogue after the 10-minute mark, I should assume. Just gonna pick up and filter all the minerals that I can. It's not necessary if you feel that you don't have to do it, but for my sake I feel that I need the resources for my FOB. Potentially craft some things and increase the number of platforms. Yes, that's the word I wanted to say. But since there's not really much to say in this particular episode, I would like to ask you a few questions if you're not too busy to leave a comment. I'm assuming that most people watching this, if there are any people watching, most people have already finished this game. I personally have not, because I had to start it again to record for YouTube, of course. But if you finish this game, tell me what do you feel about it? Like, what are your thoughts and emotions about the game? Try keep it as spoiler free as possible to keep the game's intrigue for me. But you may talk amongst yourselves, of course. What do you think about the game? I've been having discussions with a lot of friends. Just, I don't know. I feel like I'm the odd one out with the things that I think about in this particular game. But I'm sure that there are some people who share all the points of views that I have expressed throughout this playthrough. Maybe you may be kind enough to leave such a comment. Until then, though, I'll see you soon.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional.
Skullface is no longer in Africa. The nuclear test was a success. Now they turned their knives on me.
Satellites didn't read any test. Neither did seismometers.
The detonation test took place 5 years ago in the southern Indian Ocean. The final test was the opposite, to prevent detonation.
You mean?
Skullface plans to sell nuclear weapons that he retains control of.
It's not like hawking small arms to militias.
Indeed. He plans to avoid detection by exporting minerals containing tiny amounts of uranium in the form of metallic Archaea. Once on site, the metallic Archaea enrich the uranium and weaponize it. Loaded onto all-terrain bipedal machines, they ensure any country, armed group, even the smallest terrorist cell, can become a nuclear power.
Bipedal. So that's why they needed Huey.
A nuke business to replace the arms business. And Skullface owns the market.
The very atmosphere of nukes, anywhere and everywhere. Deterrence on all sides.
So that's why you ran a non-detonation test.
Yes. Another metallic Archaea instantly overrides the criticality generator. A fail-safe only he controls. Any such weapon can be deactivated whenever he chooses, regardless of who owns it or their intent to use it.
Nukes. Controlled by a man, not a country.
If they proliferate, conventional nukes lose all value. Political, military, and economic. The two superpowers become powerless.
The R&D and medical teams have come up with a proposal for a new suit that applies Code Talker's research, the Parasite suit. Apparently, it can recreate some of the Skull's unusual abilities. But in order to use those abilities, it needs parasites. If you want to wear this suit, you're going to need to get a hold of parasites by extracting skulls.
We need to stop the epidemic at Mother Base.
About the pathogen spreading through Mother Base, what's your opinion?
Textbook symptoms of vocal cord parasite infestation. And judging from this casualty list, it is the Kikango strain, meaning a breed of parasite that triggers symptoms upon detecting pronunciation specific to Kikango.
So how do we keep them from becoming symptomatic?
Use this. A type of Wolbachia, introduced to a sample of the parasite. A parasitic bacteria that colonizes the parasites, turning male to female and preventing copulation. You must cultivate more.
Thanks to Code Talker, we've managed to put a stop to any new vocal cord parasite infections. We couldn't save those already symptomatic, but everyone who survived has been released from the quarantine platform. Skullface will pay for this.
Again with the truth serum?
What are those legs made of? Titanium? All the way to the femur.
Metallic Archaea.
Sahelanthropus. Where is it?
What?
We have to know before his plan is complete. Sahelanthropus is the final piece.
What are you talking about?
If the Soviets break out a mobile, controllable nuclear weapon, East-West relations will be right back at the Cuban Missile Crisis.
The Cold War returns to life, as countries without nuclear arsenals line up for what Skullface is selling. Nuclear weapons proliferate overnight, and on the brink of annihilation, the world maintains its balance.
But we know this is all just a shield.
A ruse. The cleansing parasites are what matter most. A WMD to eclipse even nukes, and the only one that can still be used. Skullface is the world's greatest threat, and Zero's. The pieces are in place. All that remains is to unveil Sahelanthropus in Afghanistan.
They can't activate it without me. Okay, B-Zero. Sahelanthropus is beyond the Soviet base camp, in a lab built by the Soviet philosophers. That's what you're looking for. But I have no idea how he's controlling it. It wasn't designed to accommodate a human pilot. No! No! Wait!
We got word from Afghanistan. Everyone at the Soviet base camp's dead. No sign of fighting. Parasites. Skullface's men then headed north. The target is OKB-0. That's where he'll activate Sahelanthropus. Unless we stop him, he'll go down in history a conquering victor. We can't let that happen. Wipe him out. Don't leave any trace of his existence.
I'm gonna need backup on this one.
You'll rendezvous on site.